Dude, they turned me into a pickle holder, Morty. A pickle dude. I don't know.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Pokemon Legends Arceus. My name's Pokey.
My name's Jeany.
In the last episode, we did a bunch of I about forgot what I did. We did a bunch of side questing.
That sounds like me.
And there's a chinchilla running in the background right now. But we did a bunch of side questing in order to try and raise our level up. We failed horribly, but we did get to explore some of the area here and help out someone with their problem of being afraid of a will-o-wisp. This episode, we're gonna head out into wherever the hell there's probably an outburst at. Oh, there is none. Oh, no, I'm sad.
Do you wanna answer me a question real quick?
Yeah, go for it.
Why is there like an udder in your inventory?
Are you talking about the bananas?
Oh! It just looked like an udder.
You know?
Like, you know when you would, like, as a kid, just, like, take those gloves, like, the nitrile gloves, just, like, blow into them and tie them, so you just have, like, a fucking hand?
I know what you're talking about there, because I still do that nowadays.
Do you really?
Yeah, I do it. Do it all the time.
Fuck. Dude, that's so great. I remember one of my teachers in school, like, would still do that. Who's one of my art teachers. He's great. But he just looked at me, he just went, alright, so we're gonna start carving into this thing. And he quickly did that and was like staring at it for a second. He's like, do I put this on? No. And just made it and then put on another one.
That's funny. Also, pick where I'm going.
You're going like smack dab in the center.
Hornet?
Hornet Highlands.
Alright. Highlands camp or mountain camp?
Mountain.
Alright. You selected an area I don't... nice. I have not explored a lot of this area, though good choice. And you've also kept me away from trying to go and catch a Lopunny again.
Oh, you still haven't caught that?
No, I still haven't caught the Lopunny.
Why did you throw
I don't know, and I can't pick it up now. Sylveon, eat it. No, eat it. That's not eating it. It just went away.
It's just.
Okay. Let's just explore and see what we can find.
So,
Hey, bud.
do you still want to remind or tell the audience about what you told me a few minutes ago?
Oh, about the yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I remember you said to remind you. So here we are.
we were talking about. I see it, guys. Don't worry. We were talking about earlier medicines and stuff. I don't even know how the fuck we got on the topic.
So we were talking about how you can't do like chalky medicines anymore.
Yeah.
Well, okay. It started because we were talking about acid reflux medicine.
Yeah.
We both struggle with that shit. But continuing on.
So I can't take medicines that turn into powders. Or medicines that are powders already because it causes me to get ill. But there's I didn't know, I just happened to remember this, but Pepto-Bismol is a medicine that comes in both a chewy tablet form, which I can't take, and a liquid form, which I used to take all the time as a kid. I'm pretty sure you did too.
Every now and then.
Every now and then, yeah. I was a very sickly kid. I should have probably seeked help.
Wow, that just sounds like you need therapy again, bud.
So whenever I was a kid, though, I would take Pepto-Bismol all the time, and I was so sick. Not long ago, I actually did recordings. My first batch of Legends Arceus recordings was recorded while I was this sick. Yeah. I was so sick at some point. I texted my mother. What is angry at me? Oh fuck! Ah! I texted my mother, and was just like, I am so sick right now. I am craving the taste of Pepto-Bismol from when I was a kid. And she just messaged me and went, what? And like, I've suddenly realized that I am ill still, technically. And I think it's my body just trying to be like, hey man, you know that Pepto-Bismol? Go get some.
Yeah, your body is forcefully telling you that it wants Pepto-Bismol again.
I'm just like, I don't want to take that.
Like, I wonder if that's like a normal thing, like craving a medicine.
I don't think it is.
Because it's not that you're craving the medicine. You're craving the taste of the medicine.
Well, that's like I sometimes crave the artificial taste of Red Bull. That's not gonna catch it.
You know, as someone who only recently has had a Red Bull, what the fuck?
Yeah, I'm not joking. I sometimes crave just straight up the artificial taste of Red Bull. But I think the weirdest one that I crave is anytime I get sick. Like absolutely anytime I get sick, I crave Dayquil.
Yeah. You crave Dayquil?
I do.
Which, you know, as we both experience, just tastes like
Awful.
alcohol.
Yeah, it tastes awful. It doesn't taste
You know,
quite
I
like
actually
quite like alcohol. The
so the funny thing about the alcohol thing, there was one day when I was growing up, I was visiting my biological dad, and like I was really sick, and he was like, okay, so here, there's like this medicine here. It's super cheap. It's what we could get, but it works.
Yeah.
And he like vouched by it. I'm like, okay, cool. And I drink it, and he's like, okay, I gotta go to work. I'll see you in a bit. I'm like, okay, cool. So I drink it, and I lay down on the couch, and I remember I was just laying down on the couch, and I turned on the TV, and then I woke up to him coming in the door. Like 4 hours later.
That's funny.
And he just looks at me and goes, how long have you been asleep? And I'm like, I don't know. And so we check the bottle together, and turns out that bitch had a astronomically high alcohol content.
You know, this doesn't surprise me.
To the point where I guess my body just said, nope. And just crashed. I don't know. But that's what happened.
So
It's like how I accidentally got high off a Sharpie once, but we won't get into that.
no, we're gonna get into that now. You did
Tell your
what?
story first. Tell your story first.
I don't even remember what my story was. This is sad.
Okay, cool. So, anyways, back in, I think, like, early middle school. Like, maybe 6th, 7th grade. It was pre-pandemic, I know that. I was, like, I had a really bad sleep schedule. This was during the summer, and I was literally nocturnal. You remember this time.
Yeah, I do.
I was straight nocturnal. And there was one day where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna fix my sleep schedule. So I sat at my desk, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stay awake for the day.
You fell asleep at that desk
Just, like,
so
power-
many times.
I know, dude. I remember this, but I was sitting at my desk, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try to power through it, stay awake. I put on a YouTube video on my phone, and I just started drawing because, you know, I was an art boy, and I'm sitting there and I'm drawing with a Sharpie, and I just pass out on my desk. The Sharpie was open and right at my nose. So for like 6 hours, I am asleep sniffing Sharpie. And I woke up and you remember the first time that it happened to you and you said you could feel the back of your eyeballs?
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was going through.
We never told that story.
No, we have not. Oh my god, there's so many stories we're telling on this.
I mean, I'm down for it because
That's
this
on a
is
podcast.
this is just an episode that's just gonna be me running around here for a bit.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, me and Jean were going to locally to us at the time. There was this thing called a honeybee festival that we had.
Yeah.
Where there was a gathering where people would just gather, talk about their honeybees. They'd sell a bunch of honey and stuff like that. And at the time, I was really I don't even. Yeah, you know what? Screw it. I don't get paid for this anyway. So I was really big into taking things like CBD and all that stuff, and it's been like, because it was helping with anxiety. It calmed me down. It felt great. I was like, I could use something to calm down my anxiety. There's a lot of people here. This sucks. Dude there was selling what was labeled as CBD honey. And I went, okay, cool.
And we gotta say this. If here in America we have these things called pixie sticks. If you know what a pixie stick is, it's just like a little like straw paper thing, and it's just filled with the powder. It was basically like that. It was just like a little plastic like tube thing, and it was just filled with honey. You just sucked it up, and it was good.
Yeah, I can't eat them, but they're good.
Yeah.
But so I looked at this thing and I was like, okay, I'll try a little bit of it. And so he was selling in sample form, as Jean was describing for you guys, well, in like a little pixie stick type pack, but it was made out of plastic. Just these little things of CBD embedded honey. And I go ahead and buy one. It was like $3, I think, at the time.
Like $3 or $5, yeah, it was cheap as fuck.
And I go ahead and buy it, and I look at. We go out to my car because I needed something to open this with, and you're not supposed to have like a knife or scissors at this thing. So we were like, okay, I'll have one in my car in case I need to open it. And so we went there and opened it up, and then I look at you and I go, okay, bottoms up. I slurp the whole thing down.
Yeah, the entire thing.
The entire stick, which from looking at it was 1.5 servings of it.
Yep.
And
then we gotta say this, we do that, and then we're like, okay, cool, let's go back to walking around, because you know, we were enjoying our time.
Yeah.
And we get into a bench.
Yeah,
I'm telling this from my perspective because it was hilarious from my perspective. we were like walking around 5-10 minutes. We're like, okay, cool, we're fine. We sit down on a bench, and there's like a little gazebo thing, and we're just kind of chilling in the shade. And suddenly I look over, and you're doing so. Poke does this thing where
you forget it's mid combo.
Like, yeah. He will put his hand on his face and like push up his glasses. And I notice you doing this, and I'm like, yo, you good? And you just stare at me, and you're so white that I was like worried. I'm like, dude, what's going on? And you just go, Gene, I can feel the back of my eyes.
No, so that's not the exact word I gave you. I said I can feel my fucking eyes.
Yeah, okay, that is what you said. And I just started laughing so hard. I'm like, what?
You can do what? No, yeah, Gene, I can feel my fucking eyes. And the thing that he left out here, we were mid-conversation. We were talking about
yes, we were.
We were talking about like hypotheticals between like Dragon Ball Z characters and something else. And just talking about this stuff back and forth, and I was like, just mid-conversation, I deadpan stop. I do the thing with my face getting covered with my hand, and then just start staring out into space. And then that's whenever the whole thing goes of you can just be like, hey man, you all right? And I was like, dude, I can feel my fucking eyes. You're just like, what?
It's so funny to me. Because, like, I didn't understand what you meant. And then we go and we check on the tube. Because finally we realize, maybe this has to do with the honey. And he checks it.
And it has
First of all, he figures out what the serving size was.
Which is, it's half that tube.
Yeah. And then he looks at it and he's like, oh shit, there's THC in this.
Yeah, and I went, Gene, I'm high.
This is not CBD. This is THC. Gene, I'm high.
Gene, I'm high. It did have CBD because it was very calming, but I was like, Gene, I'm high. And he went, holy shit. And like, I would just like starting to slightly freak out, but at the same time, I was like super chill. Like, it's probably the chillest you've seen me since.
Dude, it was unironically like that was the first time I'd ever seen you so chill since we were kids.
Was this before or after the incident I'm not going to talk about on recording of what happened after me and King's fireplace talk?
This was before?
I want to say this was after because you were still because you were still living in bumfuck nowhere.
Now here's the thing with that. The fireplace talk was about 2 weeks before I left.
Was it?
It was a week or two before I left. Because here was the thing. Was whenever Fireplace Talk happened, you told me that weekend when we hung out, and that was the last weekend we hung out.
No. There was definitely more before that, because Potato War was long after that, because me and King didn't start hanging out a lot until the Fireplace Talk. This was a long time after. This was a long time after, so...
Well, no, Potato War happened while I still lived there.
Yeah. I'm saying, so the Fireplace Talk happened, like beginning of 2020, I want to say. And
here. So I can sort of tell you. So I remember on the day that I was leaving.
Yeah.
I told other dude about it.
Yeah.
And I think that'll be our way of saying when this was. Let me just scroll up through these. Continue your thing though. The time frame aside.
Time frame is like, okay, hold on. So where were we in the story?
So we, this was like the most calm I'd ever seen you be.
Oh yeah, other
Until
than
this point.
Fireside. But I remember us just still walking around the park. I am basically in another dimension at this point. I am non-existent.
Yes.
I am not paying attention to anything going on around us. I am just enjoying myself at that point. And I'm just like, dude, this stuff's great. I need to find out where to get it locally. We find a shop
Now, before we get to the shop part, I gotta point out, the whole time, I am freaking out.
Because it's the first time I've ever been high.
And this is the first time he's ever been high, and I have not had good experience with people that are high, regardless of if it's like THC or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sitting here freaking out. I'm like, oh my god, he has to drive, and we gotta drive like a bit throughout this day, because this is like the beginning of our day.
Yeah, and it's like a 30-40 minute drive to bring you back to where you live.
And we didn't even plan to bring me back for like 5 hours.
Yeah, like it was a whole day that we had
So
planned.
we were like, shit, what are we doing?
Like, holy shit.
Also, for time frame, when this message was made, it was September of 2021.
September of 2021. So it was definitely long after. Hold on.
I really don't know. Do you have like a way to check between you two about the fireplace talk?
Yeah, I can check.
Although actually, wait, hold on. I might even have a better way. Cause the day that happened, I messaged person, April 2021. April.
Okay, April I can believe more.
April 2021.
Yeah, April.
That's when that happened. That's when fireplace talk happened. Because that was whenever that news dropped, and then I messaged them.
Yeah. Yeah, I do remember that. Okay. But yeah, so that right there, that is probably the most calm I've ever been. I remember you being afraid. We're not going to tell like what it was, but I remember you being afraid because of how much I was dying laughing from this whole information
he was
being
laughing
told
hysterically.
Like, it's the hardest
I
I laughed probably ever, and like the most genuine joy you've ever seen out of me.
This was the most genuine joy I've ever seen out of you since we were kids. Easy, like young kids, since I was maybe like 5 or 6. And I kid you not, this was the hardest I'd ever seen you laugh ever. Up until that time fairly recently where you had to slam yourself onto a bed.
Yeah, where I had to slam myself down because of the fact that I was laughing so hard. And I was just like, I need to stop.
You need to forcefully get all of this air out so you can breathe.
Because right now, breathing is going on.
Breathing, yes. Oh, God, man.
Holy crap.
Oh, shit. Yeah, but anyways, so now... we drove to the shop.
Yeah.
And
did we do this the same weekend, or was this the next weekend?
This was I think the same day.
I don't know if it
might
was
have been the next day.
I think it was I think it was either the next day or the next weekend, because I remember you distinctively telling me whenever we were driving out of the city where that place was, you were like, "Hey man, you need to go somewhere and sit down."
Yeah.
Because I was in a different zone of existence at that point, and it was not good for me and not good for you.
Yeah, no, I think it was the next day because, like, I don't know. I don't remember us ever talking about doing it again the next weekend, and then the next weekend I think was just a chiller one.
Yeah, the next weekend was a lot chiller.
But, well, I wonder why. But, so we go to the shop, and we're sitting there, because it was the shop that, like, the guy who was selling it at the Honeybee Festival, where it was basically, like, the place that his shit was sold. At least that's how I remember it.
Yeah.
But it was like the place his shit was sold, and it wasn't sold in like the little tubes as much. It was sold in like jars.
Yeah.
And so Poke goes in there, and he's like talking to the guys, and I'm like super like
out of my
comfort zone because again,
this is shop.
This is the smoke shop, and at the time I am young as shit. I'm in middle school, and I'm like, fuck, dude, I do not want to be here.
Before y'all like start making weird things, by the way, it's my cousin, and we were hanging out all the time.
Yes.
Just
I
to
am
be
his
sure
cousin.
that
I have known him my entire life.
I literally held that boy. He's the last child I ever held in my life, but I held that boy.
Yep, he dropped me. Never mind. That's why I'm like this.
Explains a
no,
lot, don't it?
Yeah, it explains a lot, dude. Believe me. But, anyways, we go in there. I'm super uncomfortable, and you're just like, okay, I want to buy like a jar of this, and I'm like, dude, are
No.
you sure? Are you sure you want to do this? And you just go, yes, and you bought a jar.
I still have this jar.
He still has this jar. And for anyone who has ever wondered, whenever we talk about on streams, on recordings, anything about funny honey,
It's that.
that's what that is.
Yeah, that's what that is.
When we talk about the funny honey, it is THC infused honey.
Yeah. It has it has mainly CBD and like just like a little trace amount.
It is very much so a more calming thing than it is a, oh, I'm getting fucking plastered right now.
But it is a thing that exists. It is a lot of it.
Yeah.
And it's just it's funny because it's in like a realistic term, it's not really a lot of it. Because of the fact that like I am so lightweight when it comes to like any form of like alcohol, drink, food, or anything like that. I am actively one of the worst people to go drinking and or have like that kind of thing with, because I can very easily get like stupid high off of nothing.
Yeah. Also, that was level 55.
Yeah, I just noticed that. I tried to throw something and I went, that's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna work there, bud.
Where's the Kata?
Dude, this has probably been like the most story-filled, like just fun episode you've recorded of this in a bit.
Probably has.
Because of all the grinding you've been that I've heard about, at least.
Yeah. There's an Electrovire. I don't want to deal with you. I want to get your kid, but I don't want to deal with you.
You want a huh?
I realized how bad that sounded after I said it, and I decided to just fucking roll with it. But also, the Pokemon's name is literally called Elekid and Electabuzz, so I'm not that wrong.
I want you to know that, like, you saying that after the conversation of, by the way, don't get any weird ideas, he's my cousin.
Oh my god.
Sounds really weird.
Hold on, you're roboting the fuck out.
Oh, I think one of our... Oh, yeah, my connection is dying.
Mine's on 2 bars.
So is mine. This is server.
Yeah, this is a server issue. Hold on. Let me figure out which server we're on.
Yeah. Intermission!
Oh, you know, that would fucking do it.
Hi, bud.
Hi.
What server?
Why the hell was this set on the West Coast?
What?
Both of us are in Middle and East. Why the hell would we set it to the wrong fucking side?
That's gotta be just a Discord thing.
It's gotta be.
Because I don't fuck with any of the server stuff. That's you.
Yeah, I know. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Okay, bye. Oh, there's Elekid.
I love how you just, like, become Pete the Cat. From, like, those old children's books, whenever you're just like, oh shit, gotta go.
Kid. Just eat the food. The food. Food. Just eat the food. Just eat the food.
53.
Ah! Holy shit!
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Leave me alone!
Eat the cat.
Leave me alone!
Moose.
I didn't realize how low leveled I was. Holy crap!
Yeah, maybe this area was a bad idea.
I was low level at entering this area. I also had a freak out moment in this area.
Did you?
Yeah, so let me see if there's another one there. So I can see if it's here. Actually, here, I want you to Google search something from real quick, okay?
Okay.
I want you to look up the Pokemon Rotom.
What Pokemon?
Rotom. R-O-T-O-M.
Rotom Pokemon. Okay, yeah, I've seen this one, yeah.
Is he a legendary?
No?
No? Holy shit. I have always thought that Rotom was a legendary Pokemon because of like...
No, Rotom is not a legendary Pokemon.
Oh my god.
Rotom is listed as a pseudo-legendary.
Okay.
But not a legendary.
So I have constantly thought that Rotom was a legendary Pokemon. I flipped shit because over there, I'm I don't know why, but it was by a grave site.
Mm-hmm.
There was a Rotom that was just flying around it. And I went, holy shit, there's a Rotom. I thought this was a legendary. And now I know in this episode that it's not. So everyone in the comments is going to be like, that's not a legendary, bud. You're right. Fuck!
Yeah, it is. It is in the list of Gyarados. Here, you know, I'm gonna read out this whole list just so like people can laugh at my lack of knowing Pokemon.
Yo, it's a Rhyhorn.
Gyarados, Melodic, Rotom.
I am so upset at the first two.
Unknown.
That's correct. Yeah.
Dragonite, Tyranitar, Salamence, Garchomp, Metagross, Arcanine, Ninetales, Lucario, Togepi, Absol, and Spiritomb are all listed as pseudo-legendary.
Wait, Spiritomb's not a legendary?
No, Spiritomb is considered a pseudo-legendary. Now, this is 2009, so that may have changed.
Oh, no, that wouldn't have changed. By the way, Milotic and Gyarados. Not Gyarados.
I said Gyarados.
You said Gyarados.
Oh, I'm tired as fuck, dude.
I know.
It is 11 p.m. right now.
It's 12:02 for me, bud.
Okay, you know what? Never mind. So, oh, no, it says this. So, Spiritomb, the DP Pokedex, incorrectly states that Spiritomb is a legendary Pokemon.
That I believe.
Spiritomb is listed in a game as a legendary Pokemon, but they are not.
I'm guessing they fixed that in Platinum.
I assume so.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm not gonna be able to catch whatever the hell. What? Go! It's a Rhydon. Rhydon D's nuts. Ha!
Haha! Got him. Not like you can use him because he's level 55.
Yep. I can only use up to level 50. Also, Chenmeko. I like
You
this.
can use up to a level 50 at this point. Wow.
Yeah. Chenmeko. What the fuck?
They ran away. They didn't want to smoke. I want you to go catch that big dude right there.
I will die.
I want you to go try.
I'm just gonna go say hi to him.
Just go say what's up.
Hey man, how you doing? You want to have a hug? Can I have a hug, please? Ah, okay. I'm sorry.
Oh my god. I don't even know who that is. I'm just like, he a big dude.
Rhyperior.
Holy shit! A fire in his laser. He became like the Deku King from Majora's Mask, where he's like
thrusting the air.
Yeah, he just like thrusts into you.
The funny thing is if I'm not mistaken, if I climb, he just stops.
He's like, really? My one weakness.
Then he goes away. Bye bye.
My one weakness. Heights.
Okay, there was a
fall damage in this game.
Yes.
Okay.
Found that out the hard
How
way.
long have you been recording?
I could end this episode at any moment now. I will make my way back to Jubilife.
I was gonna say, if you would like, we can.
Yes, I see the wisp, guys. I know.
Pick it up.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No, that means I need to keep every bit of footage, and I don't want to do that.
Oh, fair enough.
Gonna be one big episode that holds everything in relation to those. I believe. Oh shit.
Ouchies, to say the least.
Right on, leave me alone. Right on, leave me alone. Right on, leave me alone. Why am I doing it this way?
I was gonna say, can't you just like skip travel? Am I missing something here?
You can. I often forget you can, but you can.
You know, it's the only Pokemon game you can do that in, to my knowledge, so it makes sense.
All of them can.
Really?
You have Fly in all the games.
Oh, I never really used Fly. I didn't find a need for it, personally. Like, once I did a gym in an area, if I didn't have to backtrack to it at all, I just didn't give a fuck.
This is fair. Oh, I can put Luxray away now. Luxray has a full Pokedex. Wait. I can switch up what I'm using. 340 points. What would you like to do now? Return to the village, please.
Take me home, please, I beg you.
Oh, look at how bright and sunny everything is.
Man, that's so bright.
Ah, what the fuck? so sorry, you guys. I know that probably peaked out really bad.
I want you to know it peaked so hard. Discord just went. Oh shit!
I thought this was like a giant drink for a second. Like, you know those like giant like jugs you can buy in like gas stations?
Yeah.
I thought it was just one of those, and I was like, that's a weird thing to have in like ancient Pokemon times. What
Like
the fuck?
feudal era Japan.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been a fun episode of a lot of storytelling. No, this does
You're
not
welcome.
mean TTH is coming back yet. We're still handling
still
that.
on hiatus. I'm just chilling.
He's just chilling, and I was just like, I want to record something, and he was like, go for it.
Yeah.
So I went ahead and recorded. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to check out the Tryhards content for the old collab stuff that we've been working on for a while. That's on hiatus right now, but enjoy it while you can. Anyway, my name is PokePlace.
My name's Jeany Bravo.
I'll see you guys in the next video.
Bye bye.